my kids from without.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences, acronym ASTOD. I am here to review for the family, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the best of all the Love and Hip Hops. And I just started watching like the end of the episode. So I don't know what led up to all of this, but it only makes sense, okay? The argument between Teairra and Hazel-E, then Princess chimes in, and then Nikki Baby has to get in the mix. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Why Nikki Baby? No, step away from the argument. Shout out to Milan and Brandon for doing the thing. Brandon, baby, you look good in them drawers. Yes, you do. Them underwear was looking right. Okay, Brandon. Anyways, let me start watching this from the very beginning. I'm trying to get Brandon's cake and front out of my mind right now. Anyways, yeah, I'll be right back. Real quick, click that thumbs up button and let me get watching this particular episode. So we're starting off this episode with Rich, Willie, and Ray J talking about and discussing their particular issues with their females. Okay, Ray J is single, ready to mingle, hit the town, hit the LA streets, going crazy, and he can't really do that with Rich and Willie because they're both in relationships. So Ray J is kind of like pointing the finger going, ha ha ha, y'all are in relationships, but wait a minute, I forgot, hold on, wait, you're dealing with Moniece, not just any relationship, but Moniece. Apparently Brandy had tried to put a group of females together, and Moniece was in the group? Huh? And what? And so Ray J knows firsthand how crazy Moniece can be, or at least how crazy she was in the past. And I mean, we've kind of seen that, right? We've seen a little bit of that, right? Last season, right? But people change. And to be honest, I respected Moniece last season. I respect her this season. The only thing that I don't really know too much about is her relationship with Cameron. That's none of my business. But I feel that when you do have children, you should be in their lives. Point blank into the period. My father was never in my life when I was younger, so it's like I'm there for the kids. Like, don't lay down and have kids if you're not going to raise them and take care of them. That's how I feel about it. So if that's her main gripe and her main issue, she needs to address that and deal with that. Other than that, I like Moniece, the type of person that she is outside of her dealing with Cameron, because we really don't know what the real deal is. But it was interesting seeing Rich, who's way older, and who usually deals with the way older crowd in New York, because New York is all over 30 people. Well, Ray J is over 30 and then 32, and Willie, but they don't look that age. Like when you look at the New York cast, everybody looks old. When you look at the Hollywood cast, everybody looks like they're in their young 20s, their late 20s. They don't look like they're in their 30s. But Rich looks like he's in his 40s. So it's weird seeing him, you know, it's weird, but whatever. He's with Moniece, and I'm here for it as long as he remains to be the good Rich, because the old Rich can kick rocks. I didn't really appreciate the old Rich, and I couldn't understand why Erica Mena and Sin and what was the girl that was fighting in the strip club, Johnny Blaze. I couldn't understand why all of those females were dealing with Rich and his old looking self. But hey, maybe the pipe game is strong. Maybe he got more pipe. Now I'm not gonna go there because that was just rumor and speculation too with the whole Lil Fizz thing. Maybe he's not. No, we know Lil Fizz is not Lil Fizz. I don't know. Anyways, we fast forward and then we get to Moniece and Lil Fizz dealing with Cameron on the swing set, and apparently Moniece has stepped it up. So says Lil Fizz, and he's appreciating the fact that she has stepped it up, and he wants to make this more consistent. And Moniece is like, why don't we do on 1 week, off 1 week? And Lil Fizz is like, Fizz is like, well, are we going to stick to that? Are we going to stick to that? And then what's going on with this dating thing? I'm looking at Fizz and then I'm looking at Rich. I'm looking at 17 and I'm looking at 55. It's weird to me. It's really weird to me. It's like Grandpa is about to get a lesson from Son Jr. about how Grandpa needs to handle Son Jr.'s child. It's just weird. Am I the only one? Is there anyone else that can die with me on this particular matter? I don't know. But let me get back to watching because I'm already hooked. Shout out to everyone doing their thing in Hollywood. I need to get to Atlanta or Hollywood really, really soon. Yeah. Can we just say now there's been so much going on about Milan and Miles and whether or not it's real, and Milan has another man that he's been talking to for 2 years, and Amber apparently knew about the whole situation, so everybody's lying. And you know what? I'm gonna give you 2 responses. First response is, if everything is 100% legit and true, okay, which I'm hoping that it is, because I don't understand why, never mind, let me not say that. If everything is completely true, then I'm all for it. 100% all for the cause, right? If everything is a lie, or if some things are fabricated, or whatever the case may be, I'm disappointed, but I still get it. Does that make sense? Let me tell y'all why. Because I'm sure y'all already know why. If y'all follow me and y'all been watching me for a while, y'all already know why I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm still for it. I'm still for it because these are regular acting brothers that are black, that have decided to showcase themselves physically, visually, on national television, where over millions and millions of people are gonna watch. So they can be, not necessarily, well, if it is that particular situation, so they can be the poster child for how real life is with regular dudes who love regular dudes. Quote unquote, okay? Not trying to offend anybody, but I'm just speaking my truth into what they've allowed me to see on television. Thank you, Miles, and thank you, Milan. Okay? And I'm gonna just leave it at that. At the end of the day, I can care less if the shit is real, true, whatever. I just like the fact that it's on my motherfucking screen. Okay? Both of them are attractive and both of them are masculine. Now, with the whole breakup and apparently it getting physical, I'm gonna say one thing. Like I said last review, I don't know who the hell Miles is. I already knew who Milan was. So the impact that could have on Milan's life, it's like, yeah, as far as the negative energy that could come out of that. But the impact that it'll have on this dude that we've never seen before, and now we know he's gay and he's trying to do music and come out in hip hop, bruh. I hope that the family thing with them sisters crying and shit wasn't fake, and I hope that the Amber crying and kicking and shit on the floor was not fake. But, I mean, where is the reality, and where is the real in reality TV? Let's just say that. Come on, really? I don't know where it is. But this scene was fucking awesome. I will say that Miles looked really, really tired in this scene. And I don't know why. I don't know if at this point his mind is completely drained of everything and compressing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would take a toll on you. And it really looked like his face was really, really tired. And he been really, really trying to make sure that this was what he needed to do at this point in his life. So, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, though. I want to see that damn infomercial at the end of this motherfucking episode. I've seen it 5 episodes now. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it no more. It's not like gays are starving in Somalia and we have to feed them, so drop a quarter on the fucking hotline and call in. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, there are a lot of struggles out there. I get that. But, well, you know what, Wesley? Just because you're light years beyond what so many people aren't able to comprehend as far as being free and comfortable and living in your skin and living your truth, you can't put that on anybody else. So I apologize, but I'm just saying, I don't want to see that motherfucking infomercial no more. I just don't want to see it. We've seen it enough, so y'all know what website it is to go to. Let me get back to watching this goddamn episode. Alright. Okay. Lil Fizz is trying to get my wife. Alright, she's my wife. In my head. Nikki Baby to be in his lotion, good lotion video. I'm like, nah, bruh. Step off. Step off. Step off, son. Step off, son. You get your low wearing head ass off somewhere. Step off. Step off, son. Step off. Worry about telling Willie about his wife being on stage. That's what you need to do, youngin'. That's what you need to do. Anyways, it's all love. But yeah, no, it's not. Step off. And Nikki's like, no, I can't do the video. I was like, yes, yes, Nikki, yes. Don't do that motherfucking video. Yes, Nikki. Anyways, so we fast forward past that, and then we get to Moniece telling Rich what he has to do in order to please her and to please Fizz. And I'm like, I don't have to do a motherfucking thing to please anyone at all. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is it? I don't know. I feel like, like seesaw with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all we've seen is Rich do a lot to please Moniece. We have not seen Moniece do much of anything to please Rich except for get rid of the tattoo. So I'm like, okay, if that tattoo meant that much, so now Rich has to do like XYZ elemental P, like what? I don't know. I feel some sort of way, but I feel for Rich 110%. Mind you, he created this stigma, so it's nobody's fault but his own. But as a grown-ass grandfather, he should not be told that he has to, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? That he has to explain himself to anyone. What? Can a 54-year-old man explain himself to a 22-year-old? Really? Really? It's not happening. So I'm all here for Rich. I don't really know how old he is. I really don't care. I just know. Anyways, I'm all for Rich, and I get it. Okay? I get Moniece, but I really more so get Rich. Because at the end of the day, Moniece, I feel that if you do indeed have all of these problems with taking care of Karen, why are we concerning ourselves with Rich being some sort of way when meeting the baby father, when you need to just focus solely on raising Cameron, and that's it. Have that be the top of the list for you, at the top of the list for you, and then when all that's resolved, all of that is 100%. You and Marla or Marl, whatever her name is all good. I'm just playing. Are all good. Then we could be like, okay, Rich, can you meet Fizz so he can feel comfortable? You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, in between time, don't have Cameron around Rich if it's that big of a deal. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I do know that Moniece was all ha 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 about Amanda being around Cameron. So at the end of the day, I kind of get it, but I'm more on Fitz's side than Moniece with this particular situation, because I'm grown. Don't tell me what I need to do when I've been doing a lot. Come on. Then again, he could just be in LA for the show. I don't know how real this is. You know what I'm saying? Real in reality TV. I don't know. Did anybody know that April could sing or had a voice or was good or any of that? Did anybody? I didn't know. Did I miss something? Did she sing in an episode where? I don't know. But Omarion really is the guy in the relationship, because Omarion is very controlling, or at least he comes off that way on TV. Very, very controlling, and he's like, all right, well, when your time is ready, make it ready and do it. Have you been singing? You haven't been singing, so shut up. It's like, wow. But shout out to Hazel-E for looking gorgeous in this next scene. Her hand is going like this over the hair, and the hair is flying in the wind. Shout out to Hazel-E. Yeah, shout out to her. Okay, so Hazel-E meets up with Princess Love, and they discuss business. I don't know, but I can't help but not think about what happened last year when Hazel was all in her feelings. And you know what? At the end of the day, Hazel is doing her thing. I'm glad she's doing her thing. She's a beautiful chick. I'm glad she was able to save her nose. But my thing is, this is where I would be 100% with, right? This is where I would, and I don't know if y'all can ask die with me. I would be 100% with this if it was completely and utterly just business. If Hazel-E, not for 1 second, did not bring up anything about Berg and the drama from last year, and she was just like, baby, it's all about that coin, let's make it work, then I would be like, yeah, and Hazel, I'm with you. But the fact that she keeps bringing up the past only leads me to believe that she is on that foo-foo shit. And that's what it's about mainly, over the business. I don't know. I just don't respect that. I just wish she was able to let all of that go and be more professional if that's what she's saying she wants to be. Set that bar high if that's what she wants to do. Princess is naming Couture. And I'm like, let me get back to this. Yo, this Shonda said, and I couldn't let the lights go off when I needed to help my husband, so I decided to get on. Wow. Oh my God. She said, what was I supposed to do? I know Hollywood is small, and I knew she was going to find out one way or another, but I couldn't let the lights go off. Yo! That's kind of equivalent to Cynthia saying that she's not attracted to Peter with his clothes off. She basically saying that dude's music ain't bringing nothing to the table, not even breadcrumbs. And so she could not let the lights go off. So she, ooh, and Nikki was like, well, you know, she danced on the stage. That was low-key shade though, because that's nothing to big up. That's not, well, I don't know. Well, I mean, Hollywood, they got the girls, and Miami got the girls, so maybe it is something to big up. You dancing on the stage, but not where I'm from. You dancing on the stage. If you up north, you dancing on the stage. That show come up. No, that show get down. That show come down. That show get down, come down. You don't pronounce to the world or announce to the world that, you know, oh, she been dancing enough for us on the stage, thinking that that's hot. Like, he'll be like, yeah, that's my baby. Nikki was like, ooh, I feel so bad that, you know, I didn't know that Willie didn't know, but now things are going down real quick. So I love what she do with her hands. She, Nikki's always going like this. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go and see what's going on because things are going way too south, way too. I'm like, Nikki, oh my God, I love you. Can I kiss you? Oh my God. Nikki is the one girl that I would actually go downtown on. And I would go shopping for a long time. I'd be like, baby, what you need? I got you. I got you. I will go downtown and make sure I'm shopping for everything that she need and come up with bags. I'm telling you, straight up. I mean, Nikki is the reason why I understand that dudes are straight. Like every time, sometimes I gotta look like, when I saw Shonda on stage, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But if Nikki would have been in the Good Lotion video, I would be like, oh, that's what Fizz and Willie and Ray J and who else? Rich and Max Lux and Omari. That's what they see. Oh, you know? I don't know, but you know, it takes a prime time dime, okay, to make me look that direction. And Nikki Baby is all of that and then some. Yes, indeed. So, I don't know. That shit was hilarious. She said, I just can't let the lights go. She couldn't let the lights go off because she know. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. 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 They really just saying and the damn thing, and then gonna walk out with one dude and be like, oh, they locked the door on us. Like, he didn't see her out his peripheral, and then he turns and he's like, and she got the makeup running. Child, this is when you take the real out of reality, and this is when I feel like the shit is fucking. This reminded me of when Rashida just so happened to walk up on Kurt when they was in New Orleans. The motherfucker was standing 50 feet in front of you for 8 hours. You walking up like, oh, what are you doing here? Man, when they do shit like this is when I get annoyed. Yo, the way that Rich looks walking up to his son. Come on, man. Oh my God. Lil Fizz sitting there like, yeah, you better come correct, you better come correct. What up, Doc? And Rich walking up like, yeah, what up? Right. What's up, Doc? I'm like, oh, damn, Rich about to get clowned on TV by his son, though. Rich about to get sunned. Wow. Okay, be it that we're dealing in today's world where, you know, people have kids at a young age or early age, I can't be weirded out by the fact that it looks like daddy is getting coached by son about how to handle kids. But at the same time, I think Rich is definitely doing his due diligence and dealing with Monice's side of things. I really believe that he is. But only time will tell how serious this relationship gets or will be in the future, and whether or not Moniece is able to do the same thing that Rich is doing when she has to deal with Rich's family. Let's just see how this all works out. But the fact that she's like, if you don't be my baby father and shit goes left, then we're done. I'm like, what? How much do you like? That's why I get kind of frustrated when people use the word love so freely. Like, if you really love someone, all of that hoopla and negative bullshit that y'all talking wouldn't even come out your mouths if love is really what's going on. But people look at love differently, so I can't, you know, whatever. But now we get to, you know, the fitting. And I'm a bit disturbed and annoyed that Teairra comes to the fitting with paper patterns. I'm annoyed. I also get annoyed when Teairra starts arguing with Nikki Baby. Why are you arguing with Nikki Baby? What did Nikki Baby do to you? What's the issue? What's the big deal? I'm confused. Watch yourself, Teairra. Watch yourself, okay? And Hazel, like, why? Hazel is still salty. She's still salty. Respect to Milan for, you know, supporting his friend and defending his friend, and, you know, respect to Princess for not acting crazy. But I don't know. I really felt that Teairra should have been on her boss lady shit and definitely came to the fitting and definitely left Princess where she was and let her do her thing, because at the end of the day, you played her dirty. You did. You did. You played her dirty. So where she tried to make amends and come to you as a female, as a woman, and, you know, lay it all out on the line and cry her eyes out to you, you took that and twisted and broke her neck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was cold. That was cold-blooded. But Hazel is definitely salty about everything. She's still holding it in her heart. And I don't know. I think she really needs to let that go, because Hazel is a beautiful girl and she's about that business. As we can see, she's making things happen. She just needs to focus on that and leave the whole Berg shit alone. Like, be on your women's Inc., where women are supposed to come together and be as one, as opposed to drudging up old shit about old dick that's not even on the show anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was real corny to me. I couldn't understand that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They going back and forth like females do, or like some females do, let me say that. But I wasn't here for it. It would have been a better scene and a better situation for it not to escalate the way that it did. Just my opinion, but I can't wait to when Moniece meets up with Princess. Now, I'm going to tell y'all one thing. I don't for one second think that Moniece is at all scared of Princess. I think that Moniece is trying to change herself and make herself be the mommy that she feels that she needs to be on TV, because we've seen her get gutter. We've seen the tweets to Johnny Cage or Johnny Blaze. We've seen the tweets and all of that. Moniece can get hood. We know she can get hood. But I don't think she wants to be that on TV anymore. I think that's why she gave Princess that little taste. I don't think Princess wants it with Moniece. That's just my opinion. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think Moniece doesn't want it with Princess, or Princess doesn't want it with Moniece? And what do you think about Hazel-E? Do you think Hazel-E was in the right, or do you think she was in the wrong? What do you think about Teairra? Do you think she was wrong for coming at my wife, Nikki Baby? What do y'all think about the show? And also, what do y'all think about the whole Miles and Milan situation? That's what I really, because that right there, that storyline was the arc for this whole season. And shout out to Nene for getting that check cleared to come back on Roa. Nene ain't away from Roa. She ain't staying away. They cut that chick a check. I'm assuming that the ratings wasn't all that they wanted it to be for the premiere episode, but Nene's coming back and she got that ching. So not near one of these girls can say anything to Nene because they pulled her back in. I'm Monise from Making Nation TV, the network. Let me know what you guys thought about all of the shit that has happened in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Deuces.
Before we started, just introducing extra things.
Okay. So this is completely like your site. Like it's
This
not
is
ran
my-
through a third party.
No,
This is your site, launched by you.
It's launched by me, created by me.
And you have actual
Atomic beats.
Bright lights in the